Guys, today I'm filming my second update for my Project 10 Pan Viewer's Choice Roulette featuring all high-end products. If you guys have not seen my intro or my first update, I'll have my playlist linked up here. In my first update, I did finish off 2 products. This past month, I've actually finished a ton of things, which is really exciting. I actually think I might be able to finish everything off by next month. Originally, I was thinking this project would take me 4 months, but it's looking like it might only be 3, which is really exciting. So I'm going to start off by showing you guys all the products that I finished over the last month, and then I'll show you guys the progress on the items I have left. So starting with the products I finished this month, actually only one of them is an item that I chose for this project, and all of the rest of them are Viewer's Choice Roulette items. So the first thing is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the shade 1W1 Bone. This first line is from my intro, the second line is from last update, and now it is completely finished off. I didn't start out with a ton of foundation in here, but because I've been doing so many different first impression and follow-ups, it was taking me quite a while to get through this. So guys, I used every little last drop of this. When it was getting too hard to pump out, I did end up pouring all this product into a little sample jar. I even stored it upside down for an entire day to get all the product to sink down to the bottom so I could get out all of it. And then I used a Q-tip, cleaned around the bottle and also in the cap to get every little last bit out of this foundation because it is very expensive and I love it so much. This is my #1 foundation. I think this gives really good medium buildable to full coverage. It has a really great natural satin finish. I think that the color works well for me because it's very yellow, but it is a little dark, which is why I mix my Hard Candy Glamoflague foundation and Porcelain to get my perfect shade, perfect consistency. That's my all-time favorite foundation combination. I already have a backup of this that I can now open and start using, which I'm very, very excited about. So as I said, all the rest of the items that I finished up are Viewer's Choice Roulette products. So the first thing is from the category of products that is hyped up on YouTube, and that would be the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. You guys know that I had this in a different container, so it's easier to use, but I have completely used it all up. You guys, I love it. I love this so much for setting my under eyes. I actually have very oily under eyes, so I don't mind adding a little bit of extra powder. I don't mind being dry, but I don't think that this looks too drying. This is incredible. I'm so bummed that I like it because it's so expensive. So I'm thinking that I'll just end up buying the travel size of it. Let me know your all's recommendations for your favorite under eye setting powders from the drugstore, whether it's pressed or loose. Let me know your favorites because I want to try out more things. And then I have a bunch of empties from the category of product that I was inspired to buy because of LS, and that's because LS is the person that inspired me to do this project pan. She has done Viewer's Choice Roulette projects on her channel that were really, really fun to watch and inspired me to do this. So I'm going to have Elle's channel and her Viewer's Choice Roulette videos linked down below for you guys. So the first item in this category that I used up is the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner. The first line is from my intro, the second line is from my last update, and I have completely finished it off. This is a makeup brush cleaner that I usually just use to clean off my eye brushes that I use for cream shadow and for brow pomade, and that's what I have been doing, which is why my progress is so slow. But I recently just finished it off completely because I use this to clean all of my eye brushes, and this is so quick and easy. It removes all the products. Even if you have white hair brushes, this is incredible. It does have a strong vanilla scent that I used to hate. Now I quite like it. I've gotten used to it and it isn't as strong for me. I already have a backup of this that I have started using. Highly recommend this product. And if you just use this for eye brushes, it will actually last you a while. I think this size is $8 for 2 fluid ounces. Definitely recommend this for spot cleaning your brushes. And then I was able to use up all of the samples I had chosen for this project, 4 different blush and bronzer samples, and they actually took me a lot longer to use up than I thought they would. But because they took me a little bit longer, I was definitely able to develop my opinions on these. So as of last update for my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer sample, I had already finished off Milk Chocolate Soleil and the original Chocolate Soleil, and then I was just working on the dark shade. I love Milk Chocolate Soleil for an all-over bronzer. I want this in the full size or a mini size. I definitely want to own this in my collection. It was such a beautiful, beautiful color on my skin tone, and of course I love the scent and the formula. Really, really incredible. Chocolate Soleil I already have a deluxe size of, and that is a really good contour color for me. Milk chocolate is a little bit warm without being orange. The regular chocolate is more of a neutral or cool tone. So the dark chocolate took me a long time to use up because I was using this as a contour. Obviously this is very intense because it's meant for deep skin tones, and this does have a really intense warm undertone, but it doesn't show up too orange. I actually loved using this as a contour color. I thought it was so beautiful. Now it isn't something that I would buy in the full size, again, because it isn't meant for my skin tone, but I was able to make it work and I thought it was really, really pretty. So along with the dark chocolate Soleil as a contour, I was using my sample of the NARS Laguna bronzing powder, which is something that I added in last month. I blew through this thing. It did have a nice formula. This is a lot more of a neutral, cool undertone powder. I do like the formula of this, and the color is nice, but this is too dark for me to use as a bronzer. This is definitely something that I would need to use as a contour, but I would also love to get a sample of this. I just love having all of these cult classic bronzers in my collection. A lot of bronzers from high-end brands I have in little mini sizes, or I have them in palettes, which is just awesome and fun to use. It's not something I would buy in the full size, but I really would love to have a little mini of that. And then, no surprise, I finished the Sephora Colorful Blush sample in the shade number 5 Sweet on You. I had one application left as of my last video. This is a really pretty pinky coral blush. This is definitely something I would consider buying, but I have so many blushes very similar to this, but the formula was great. The color is beautiful, and because it is part of the Sephora collection, it is pretty reasonably priced for a high-end product. And the last thing I finish off is the Benefit Do the Hoola Liquid Bronzer. This was just a tiny little sample. I was able to use this sample 2 times, and I just used it as a bronzer on my face, around my hairline, and in the hollow of my cheeks. And as you guys know, I am using another liquid bronzer in this project, and I definitely do see a lot of differences in the formulas. This one is more of a creamy texture, it's a little bit thicker, but it's definitely easy to blend out. This is a little bit of a lighter color, but it is pretty warm. I've heard a lot of people say that this looks pretty orange on them. I didn't find that it actually looked very orange on me. It's something that if I was able to get it in a deluxe size sample, I'd be pretty happy about it, and I would definitely use it. So maybe in the future I would like to get a sample, but it isn't something I would want to buy in the full size. And then I have 2 products that I have hit my goal on. The first thing, surprisingly, is the Lorac Take a Brow Kit in the shade Blonde. This is from the category of a discontinued product. And if you guys can see that flash of pan there, I've been using this every single day to fill in my brows. I've been concentrating my brush in the same place trying to hit pan, but I honestly didn't think it was going to happen for a while. I was like totally surprised when I looked down and saw a little bit of pan there. So now that I've hit pan, I'm going to start just working around and not just focusing in the center, because I would like to just wear down the product pretty evenly. I love this brow kit so much because it is the perfect blonde shade, this lighter one here. It has a warm undertone without being too orange or red. I'm wearing it on my brows today. This is the only thing I have in my brows as far as a colored product, and I really love this. Highly recommend these. I'm so sad they're discontinued, but they are on the Lorac website for $11, and I'm thinking about buying another one of these, so we'll see. And the most exciting item that I've hit my goal on is the Anastasia Tamanna palette. My goal was just to hit pan on one of the eyeshadows, and I did. It was also a surprise to me. I was just using it, looked down, and was like, oh, is that a flash of pan? And I like poked at it a little bit more, and it was freaking pan. So here is my Anastasia Tamanna palette. As you guys can see, the color I've hit pan on here is Bengal. The most amazing mid-tone warm brown. And I am just so excited to pan on this. I've been using it a ton. I've been using it with this look that I'm panning, but also just mixing it with other eye looks in general. Absolutely love this as a warm crease color. One of my favorite shadows of all time, thanks to using it in this project. And then I'm also working on the shade Gilded. I haven't hit pan, but I'm sure you guys can see I do have a really significant dip in that. I'm focusing my brush in the same place, so hopefully I will be able to hit pan on that by the end of this project. But I'm really happy with the progress that I've made in this palette. It's very exciting. These shadows are a little bit powdery, but they are not as powdery as the singles or as the Modern Renaissance palette. So it's truly that I'm using it up, not that it's just a bunch of dust kicking up. So I'm really happy with this progress. And as I told you guys last month, along with those two eyeshadows, I'm using Anastasia Single in Birkin as my transition color. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I do have a really big dip in this eyeshadow in the center. So I'm going to continue working on this. I wear all three of these shadows together, and I really do want to hit pan on all three of these shades. So I am going to continue using all three of them, and we will see what kind of progress I can make. I am about to go to the beach for a week, and this is the only eyeshadow I'm going to bring so that I'm focusing on it. But of course, because I'm at the beach, I'm not going to be wearing makeup every single day, but I only want to bring this one option. I really do love Gilded, but thanks to this project and that look, I am obsessed with Bengal and Birkin. They are some of my holy grail eyeshadows. They pair so perfectly together, and they are the perfect, most amazing warm tone transition and crease colors that are warm browns, but they're not pulling too orange. It's just incredible. It sounds like it would be really easy to do, but I think it's kind of hard because a lot of warm shadows just pull super orange. So those are perfect. Love the formulas, love the color, and I'm really enjoying that look. It's a really quick, easy go-to that looks good with everything, especially for summer. So now I'm going to show you guys the progress and the items I have left in this project. Surprisingly, I still have the CoverFx Illuminating Primer. I was thinking I would have it finished off, and I am very low down here. It is full of air right now. I might have max 5 applications left. I only need a pea-sized amount of this, so it's lasted me a long time, which is why whenever I have the chance to get a deluxe size primer, I always do to try out the formula, and they last me a really long time. So this is fine to be using. I don't think that this is a super glowy primer, but I don't think it makes me more oily, so I don't mind using this. Definitely not something that I would purchase, but it's not hurting me, and I should have, like I said, probably 5 applications left, so definitely finished off by next month. The next item I have is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Sheer Sun Serum Bronzer, and as I said, this is a different formula than the Benefit Due to Hoola. I like them both a lot. Because this is more of a serum, it just blends into the skin so flawlessly. It looks very natural, and I'm really enjoying this. I have no idea how much is left in this. You have to shake it up, and when I'm using it, I find that before I do each cheek, before I do each side of my hairline, I have to shake it up. So because of that, I'm thinking maybe this will be done. Hopefully it'll be done by next month, but I'm really enjoying using this, and I'm contemplating purchasing this in the full size or maybe trying to get another sample so I can make my decision. But I'm really excited to be using that because it's something I was so scared of and I just held on to without using for so long. So I'm so glad that I put it in this project. The next thing is the Skindinavia Oil Control Makeup Finishing Spray. As I told you guys in my last update, I put it into this Smashbox Primer Water packaging because I like the spritzer better and because it is clear so I can track my progress. So this first line here was from my first update, and this line is where I'm at now. I have made pretty significant progress, and I am just using this as a finishing spray. With this much left, I definitely think I can finish it off by next month, but if I feel like I'm cutting it close and I have just a few days left, I'll probably use it as a primer and a finishing spray, so we'll see about that, but I feel pretty confident that I can use that up completely. And lastly, I have my lip product. This is the Clinique Pop Lipstick in the shade Melon Pop. So here are my progress lines for the Clinique lipstick. It's hard to show you with this reflective packaging, so the lines mark the intro, first update, and second update where we are now. I've made pretty consistent progress every month. It looks like I'm gonna need at least 2 more months to finish this, but we will see. Again, when I am going to the beach, I am just gonna bring this lipstick. I'm gonna try to reapply it often. So hopefully during that time, I can work through this a lot faster. And this is something, because it is a little bit more on the sheer side and it's a creamy formula, it is not long lasting, so I can reapply it often. Sometimes I like this color, sometimes I don't like it at all. It just depends on my makeup look and my whole vibe that day. So I've been making decent progress on it. I can feel proud about this progress. So we'll see how far I can get next month. I would love to be able to finish this off completely, but if I finished everything and this is the only item I have left, I'll probably call it quits and just try to be using it up whenever I feel like using it. But I'm almost to the point of overusing this and basically using it as a tinted lip balm. So we'll see what kind of progress I can make. I don't love this. I'm definitely not going to purchase it when it's done. Then my last item is something that I've already counted as completed. It is the Balm Meet Matte Nude palette. But as I told you guys, I will be showing you my progress every month just so you can see what I am able to accomplish, even though this is counted as a completed item. So since my last update, I'm pretty sure I haven't used Matte Singh at all, but I did hit my goal, which was hitting pan, so I am happy with that. Then for Matte Malloy, my goal is just to expand the pan. So I have been working up here to try to hit the top pan. And if you look at last update versus now, I've definitely worn this away more. I'm using this every single day as a brow bone highlight. So the progress I make is the progress I make. I'm not too pressed about it, but I love this as a brow bone highlight. And you would think all matte whites are the same, but I love this color and the formula is so perfect. So I'm thinking that I'll be able to finish off everything by next month, but the two things that I'm pretty worried about would be the Clinique Pop Lipstick and also hitting pan on those other Anastasia shadows. We'll see how well I can do. Maybe next month will be my finale. Maybe I'll have one more update, but we shall see. I am very happy with all the progress that I've made so far. I would love to know if you guys are doing any project pans right now so I can go check them out, and I would love to know your thoughts on all of these products. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.